It's Monday, August 11th, and this is the first video focusing in on the energy sector of the S&P 500 index. So let's go ahead and take a look at our sector dashboard to start. And I'll just point out that opposed to the utilities that we covered last week, which are pretty evenly distributed across the country, energy companies are largely concentrated here in Houston, with the two giants being ExxonMobil and Chevron. And Chevron just recently moved their headquarters from California to Houston, creating a real kind of supercluster here in the area. Now, to understand a little bit more about these companies, we've got to break them into their subsectors. The majority of these are upstream extraction production focused companies. Others are midstream pipeline companies, transportation and storage of oil and gas, and then the downstream refining marketing companies like Valero, Phillips 66, Marathon. And then there's one power generation company that's part of the S&P 500 index classified as an energy company, and that's Vistra, as opposed to Constellation and NRG that we took a look at last week, which are classified as utilities. And the reason for that is that Vistra participates in more open, unregulated competitive markets like Texas's ERCOT, and therefore is treated more as an energy company than as a regulated utility. So let's take a look at how these companies performed in the market yesterday. S&P 500 energy companies, there you can see that we've got most of them up on the day. APA leading the pack here on the pie chart on the right hand side. Still the best way, I think, to kind of demonstrate the market capitalization of the biggest companies, which include GE Vernova, headquartered up here in Boston. Now, I mentioned last week that sometimes there's an inverse relationship between energy and utility companies and their stock price performance on the day. We're kind of seeing that in Friday's market performance, with most of these utility companies posting daily losses. And if we wrap up with the larger picture, the market overall, just wanted to point out the top gainer and the top loser. Becton Dickinson, a healthcare company here in northern New Jersey, is up about, let's see, 12.23%. So this is due to their recent earnings call, positive guidance revision, and an announcement of a strategic investment in Nebraska, expanding their production of pre-filled flush syringes, and also strategic momentum from a proposed $12.5 billion Waters Company Corporation merger. And then if we look over to the losers on the day, GoDaddy tops the list. They're located here in the Arizona Sun Corridor, right here in Tempe, down the street from Arizona State University. Kind of an emerging little tech cluster here in the desert. But GoDaddy is down, even though they had a modest earnings beat, flat guidance, and some strategic concerns around their exit from the .co registry service concerning investors on Friday. So that is going to do it for today's update. Please stay tuned. We're going to be covering these energy companies in greater detail, along with daily market updates throughout the week. So really appreciate your time, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.